Hello friends, thank you for being here today. I need to make a couple of PCBs, maybe 3 or 4 in a year, just for experiments or for fun, or just to keep busy. And personally, I had bad experiences using the traditional homemade PCBs. Maybe just for me, maybe somebody else do it okay. But just for me, bad experiences. Um, I use a transfer paper, something like this, no? Transfer paper. Uh, but the print come out. Sometimes the print come out, very easy, you know? and 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 the printout and the PC boards come with effect. I use also marking pen. Marking pen. It's a lot of work doing the traces there, but also they come with effects. Something like this, Some with effects. And you can see it, yeah. Some with effects. And then when the other thing, when the print, the PC board is ready to etch, you have to use the chemicals. The chemicals kind of, bad for you. And so I had to do it outside. And if it's summertime, it's kind of hot, or in the winter time, it's too cold to do it outside. One time I had to do a PC board, I need to make a board, and it was a winter time. I had to add hot water, to keep the solution warm, and after about 3 hours or something like that, that is what come out with, this, it's just a piece of scrap, it's a waste of time, and waste of time and no good for me. So I need to do something else. I was looking on the internet, especially YouTube, for some ideas, and I found a couple of them, I thought that maybe you can use it at that etch a sketch principle, but I don't know, it's looking pretty good, maybe we will be okay. But the one that caught my attention, because it's well built and looks solid, was the homemade PCB milling machine, that Mr. Rodrigo Basniak built, Very nice machine. I like it, And this is my version of his machine, or the PCB milling machine homemade. This is the front of the machine. I attached the router there, a U-table, and this will be the handle to do the Y-axis, moving along the side. That's one side of the machine, and you can see here, where your artwork will be located. This is a follower with a stylus, and here you will put your work to be done. I just located in here, and with a 4 screw to tie them up to the plate. Well, I don't need nothing, something so sophisticated as Mr. Rodrigo Basniak machine. Like I said before, I need only for a couple of boards, It won't be a production machine, Don't try to make a production machine, because you're gonna make a production in this machine, the machine gonna eat your lunch. So that's just for experiment or something like that, And I built mine with some scrap metal. It's some parts that I have around the house from other projects. I had to buy anyway some metals. I use it to build the machine, and I bought the metal from what's the name? Online metals, for around $80, something like that. Linear bearings from China, about $20. A router, this router from Harbor Freight, about $20 with the coupon, you know. And I bought the handles, from China for $20, you know. And for the leading screws, I used old threaded rod, either from Soro, in a company called Soro, and some screws, nuts and bolts from the hardware store. So all this that I spent was about under $200, but a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but a lot of fun also. I will show you what I did. I'm gonna take it apart the machine, and I show you what I did and how I did it. For the lower part of the machine, I use an angle iron from an old bed frame. You can see there the rest of the old bed frame. This angle iron is 35 millimeters by 50 by 3 millimeters. But you can use, if you wanted, the 1.5 inches by 2 inches by 1/8. The guys are 60 millimeters from an old copy machine. The blacks for the linear bearing, they're 1.5 inch square aluminum, and these are the roller bearings. For the nut, I use a 1 inch square steel. I was thinking to use the brass, but the brass is very expensive. So for this kind of work, probably will be okay, steel. At the end of the leading screws, this one has the leading screws, I put the roller bearings. And some spacers in the handle.